Johan, what have you heard about this game and Gloucester versus Bath rivalries?
Yeah, I mean, I must be honest. We haven't spoken too much about it. I've heard about one or two people talking about a derby. I'm not sure about the history about it and why this specific game they speak about it. But to me, it's quite important that we treat it as just another game. There's a lot of games, and you can't make one more special than the other one. Your focus must be the same game in and game out.
Because if you do make this one more special, I suppose you're then cheating yourselves in the other games, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. We have to strive for our standards and also, be proud of the jersey that we wear every game. So why make one game special? And I do believe that your process of what you want to achieve have to be the same game in, game out.
You've had a long break going into this game. How much has that helped with the preparation of getting bodies back fit and just, allowing yourselves a full and proper preparation?
Yeah, I mean, we've got to make use of the whole squad in the last few weeks. We always make use of some of our young players to get numbers out on the pitch. Saying that, we obviously had one or two injuries added to the list in the likes of Mark Atkinson and so on that we lost in the weeks, but there's a few players that's probably going to be available this week as well that will help to get the numbers out there. But it was nice to have that little bit of different set in competition and stuff, but we're back into the Premiership and looking forward to that.
Are you getting more numbers back, or is it just a revolving door of you're operating with a squad the same size week to week?
It's more or less still the same. Obviously, it's good. Jeremy Thruss and Ed Slater has started training the training team. We'll make a call a bit later. I want them to get through a decent week of training. Andy Simmons has got back on the field. Same scenario for him. Ollie Thurley is back on the field. But we must be fair, a lot of those players haven't played over the last few weeks. So first of all, we just have to see how they are tracking medically through the load, and also then make a decision on their match fitness.
Because the last thing you want them to do is to break down again, isn't it?
Exactly, that's a fine line, because a guy like Mark Atkinson, for example, you can strap and hope, but then you've got the other option of giving another week or two, and then it's 100%. So we have to manage every player individually.
Gloucester still looking for their first away win of the season. Obviously, the supporters would be delighted if it came at Bath, but is there anything that you can do to pay special attention to that to try and, if you like, break the duck?
Yeah, no, like I said, on a couple of occasions, I'm a believer you have to be able to perform away from home. I know it's more difficult. I know there's travel factors, and there's also, your whole environment and your setup and your supporters that's not there. But you have to look after your focus and your preparation, and also your when you run on the field. It's the same conditions for everybody. So you 100%. We need to change that, and it will be nice if we could have started this week. But again, we're constantly working on that. We constantly, improving ourselves as on the areas that we're not happy with, and hopefully we'll get that game where the things click. And then the self-belief, it's all about when you start, it's like almost like you play at home and you get that self-belief that we can make it difficult for sides. I think that part Gloucester got, they believe that, but we need to start believing we can win away from home.
And obviously Bath will be determined not to let you do that. What have you made of their start to the season so far?
Yeah, but in the Premiership they've done very well. Obviously, again, this week they showed that they can play in all kinds of conditions, but they've got a quality team. They're also one of those teams that, just getting quality players back from injury, so they're going to be strong. And I do believe, I know Todd Blackadder coaching against him in the Super Rugby, and I've got the highest respect for what he's achieved with the Crusaders, but also as a player, the way he played, and also the kind of people he is. So I know it's going to be a massive challenge, and they got a quality team.
Is there a bit of merging of Northern and Southern Hemisphere to their style?
Yeah, definitely. I think, it's similar to us. We want to blend everything, but again, like I said, it's a team that's highly competitive, and I do rate as one of the best in the competition. So it's going to be a good test for us on how we are developing as a team, but also, a little bit more pressure on them, probably because they're playing at home. So we've got nothing, I don't want to say nothing to lose, but we can go out and play with a lot of freedom.
And it's only the one Premiership game before you're into Anglo-Welsh. Does that give you a bit of freedom to say to the players, look, just give it absolutely everything this weekend?
Yeah, well, my expectation is that we give that every game, regardless of what level we play. If you run out on the field, you've got an obligation, towards your jersey that you wear and your supporters, etc. So my expectation will be that they leave everything out there after 80 minutes. But then again, you have to reset the button on Monday and go again.